And don't you dare think for a second that I'm weak. I picked up my things and went back home, but I knew trouble was coming. A few days later, I was called to the principal's office, and she said I was being suspended for bullying. What? I didn't do anything. I don't even know anyone here yet. Why would I bully anyone? And that's when Maria came into her office looking like a mummy. I'm the one that you bullied and then hit brutally. What the heck? She was such a drama queen. I tried to explain the situation to the principal, but she didn't listen to what I said. I stormed out of there in anger and went back home. But then suddenly a maid came running to me, saying Mom was back and she wanted to see me in her room. I went upstairs, but there was no one. And then I saw her cupboard open and jewels scattered on the floor. I quickly went ahead to pick them up when suddenly Maria and Granny barged into the room along with Mom. I knew it. You're no more than a low-life thief who wants to steal all our riches. Now you're gonna serve in jail, Anna. What? Are you crazy? I was just picking them up. To steal them and then sell them. We know who you are, and we also know that you're not my granddaughter. With that, Granny took out some piece of paper and shoved it in my face. It's a DNA test that proves you're not my granddaughter. So none of your lies are going to work now, liar. What? That had to be fake. But then I looked at Mom, and that look on her face, she was falling for Grandma's lie. And just then, Granny called my fake psycho mom into the room to testify against me too. Yes, she's my daughter. She has a habit of stealing and running away from home, and she keeps having these hallucinations. OMG, how can you even say that? And for what? Money? You're disgusting. Yeah, that's how she acts up all the time. But I have the nurses with me, and we're gonna take her away. Don't you worry. What? No. Mom, please, don't listen to any of them. They are all lying. I wasn't stealing, and I am your daughter. I even have the proof. I ran to my room to get the actual DNA tests and showed them to Mom. She looked super confused, but just as those nurses were about to take me, she stepped forward. No, that's enough. Don't touch my daughter. Get your filthy hands off her. But Mom, she hit me and broke my hand. Yeah, liar. The same hand with which I saw you eating like a pig in the kitchen. Mom looked raging mad. She asked everyone to leave and took me back to my room. Mom, I swear. It's okay. You don't need to tell me anything. Just sleep for now. She put me to sleep and went away. But soon after, Granny came into my room with my fake mother. You're so evil. Why did you lie to her? Because I want to get rid of you like I did 14 years ago. But why? Because you were her love child. If word had gotten out, it would have ruined her reputation. I had to protect her. So you gave me away? Your own grandchild? Grandchild, you're just a filthy rat. Enough. I can't believe you'd do that, Mom. How could you? But I did it for... No, stop lying. Stop saying that you do things for me. You kept my own child away from me for all these years and let me think that she was dead? You're mean and evil, and you do everything for your own sake, Mom. Just get out. Get out of my house right now. Mom threw Grandma out of the house and gave my fake mom away to the police for lying and keeping me away from my mother all those years. Oh, honey, are you okay? I'm fine, Mom, and I'm so glad you believe me. Of course, honey. I lost you once, and I can't let that happen again. And I'm sorry you had to go through all that, but I promise I'll make it up to you, and I will always love you. I love you too, Mom.
I am home.
Pagkatapos mo dyan, isunod mo na yung banyo.
Opo, sige po.
To become Ink Master, you must be able to tattoo anything that is thrown at you, no matter who designs it.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
So today, the men will design for the women.
Shit.
And the women will design for the men. Each of you must tattoo 4 different designs in 4 different styles.
What are we gonna have to tattoo for 24 hours straight? I'm beat down, man. This is nuts.
Each of you will create 1 design for the marathon. On the bottom of each skull is a name of a tattoo style. You must design a tattoo in the style you pick. If you pull artist choice, the style and the subject are completely up to you. Then, all of you must tattoo your design and the other 3 designs created by your competitors.
What?
You'll have 90 minutes to tattoo each design, one after another on the same canvas. All right, guys, first tattoo, Matt's geometric design. You have 90 minutes to tattoo, and your time starts now.
These 4 tattoos are the most important tattoos we've had to do this whole competition. My nerves are so shot that I can't even be nervous anymore. So I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit there and jack one of these tattoos up.
Next up, everybody tattoos Craig's new school design.
Gonna do a popsicle today. Freaking popsicle.
You have 90 minutes, and your time begins now.
I draw a lot of new school, but it usually ends up being more like animals and stuff.
Coming off the mandala, I'm really excited to go into this popsicle. I know that I'm gonna kill this tattoo and probably do a better job than Craig.
Time is up, no more ink. Chris's fine line black and gray design is up next.
Put together a realistic all-seeing eye formation.
Go ahead and lay back for me.
Round 3.
Only 90 minutes. It's going really freaking quick every time.
Chris drew a triangle with an eye in it. Definitely something extremely simple looking. But my canvas wants to put it on her sternum area, which definitely is a handful.
Cruzman's colored Japanese design is next.
There you go, little Daruma doll.
Hell's a Daruma? The hell's his other eye?
That's for you to figure out. You've been tattooing for 20 years and you don't know what a Daruma doll is?
Oh, Daruma.
Chris asked me where his other eye was.
You have 90 minutes to tattoo, and your time starts now.
Last go round. Let's do it.
Ready to roll?
Yep.
I'm so focused right now, all I need to do is 90 more minutes. 1 more tattoo, and I'm in that finale.
Matt, how did you find the marathon, the banging out 4 different styles, different tattoos in a short amount of time?
I mean, honestly, it's a very intense thing for sure.
You had artist choice, and you chose to do a geometric black and gray tattoo.
This tattoo is really about consistency. You have all the different elements, very equidistant, line work, super tight, and I think it came out really strong.
Next up is Craig's new school popsicle.
The color in this is really strong, really saturated, and I'll really commend you on just the outline on the outside of this. Really perfect, bold outline that's consistent all the way around. The thing's bulletproof.
Next up is Chris's fine line black and gray design.
This one is the one that I see the most struggle, the big outside perimeter of that pupil. It's wobbly. Under the bottom lid, very undone under the eyelashes, and it stands out like a sore thumb.
Next up is Cruzman's Daruma doll.
I really like the solid, simple approach you took to this tattoo. Just doing black shading in the face, there's just that little bit of tone underneath the eyes is a very traditional way of approaching this. Very little areas for me to complain about.
Who wins the tattoo marathon?
The biggest landslide victory of the day was in Matt's geometric tattoo. It's the most concentric. Matt definitely wins this 4-way battle right here.
I agree with that, Chris.
I do too.
Next up, Craig's popsicle design.
I'm surprised that Craig isn't the obvious winner here.
I really like what Craig did, but just the overall vibrance isn't there where I see it in Chris's and in Matt's too.
I really like the cleanliness that Matt pulls off in this thing.
That coming out and showing us this color bomb saturation does show a lot more versatility. I'm leaning towards Matt's.
Chris's fine line black and gray was a slam dunk.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Chris on this one.
I agree.
Okay. Next up, we have Kruzman's Dromedal design.
Kruzman owning this design and executing it the way he did. For me, Kruzman takes it.
So everybody here, except for Craig, won their design.
Matt won 2 challenges today.
I think it's pretty clear then. The winner of the tattoo marathon is Matt. Well, Matt, that is not all. You've also earned your spot in the live finale. Congratulations.
Yes.
How's it feel, big fella?
Feels great. That's awesome. I couldn't be any more stoked right now.
This week, you must freehand a tattoo. Drawing directly on the skin without a stencil is the ultimate test of artistry.
Freehand here, this is something that has a lot of room for error.
In this competition, you win or lose as a shot, and this tattoo is no exception. But you each only have one tool. One of you will use a pen, and the other, a tattoo machine. It's up to you who draws and who tattoos, but once you decide, there is no going back. You have 6 hours to tattoo, and your time starts now.
Let's go. Let's do it. This week, the tattooers are being judged on artistry. Freehanding is something that I want to know that an ink master is going to be able to do. Drawing straight on the skin, going directly to your outline with your machine. No stencils.
I'll be done when the time starts, I promise.
You shush.
Did you say that?
He's killing me right now.
The person who's drawing has to quarterback the tattoo throughout because they see the vision and they have to translate that to the person that's inking it.
You see how it's like darker gray there? And then it fades out?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's
like
a little bit later off that shoulder.
Jesse drew the full rendering of this image. It's like I'm working off a stencil. I feel like we're gonna bounce back from last week, so I'm ready to get it done.
It looks good, man. You're killing it. Told you we were gonna make a realism artist out of you yet. Like a proud mama right now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Yay!
What do you think, Marvin? You into it?
Yeah.
Looks awesome.
Like it?
Stoked. Yeah, man.
Unkindness art. Doom, you drew, and Aaron, you tattooed.
The composition and the artistry here really works well.
The details in the headphones, very precise. It looks like you literally just used his hand for the reference.
We told him to put his hand on my sketchbook and like he does, and we just drew it from that.
You can see it pressure onto the record. Y'all came up with a great